Welcome back, my lovelies, to 1111 True Crime. Mama D coming back at you for 2 of 3. So we have another live after this. And that is always interesting because we hand the questions over to our live audience. So we're going to start on that live with the members, which are beautiful private eyes. And also then we're going to hand it over to subscribers. But for now, I'm going to take the time, I'm going to ask my own questions, and I'm going to do a reading, and find out, was Nancy taken into protection for her own safety? That's what I want to know. Now remember, you guys, I'm not a psychic. I do not play one on TV. I am not a medium. I do not talk to the dead. I don't use spirit boxes. Jesus is my savior. And I talk to God every day. I hope we all do. I really do. I don't need a go-between, neither do you. We can talk directly to God. And in that, I want to let you know everything is my humble interpretation of the cards. There is no fact here. This is energy readings. And I want to know, was Nancy removed from her home, allegedly, for her own protection? And has this been some sort of a staged scenario? We're going to find out what the cards say. So welcome in, everybody, whether you're in the live chat or the replay crew. I greatly appreciate you. Let me give it a couple more shakes here. Go one more time. Now, the next live, the third live, you will get to ask your questions. And I'll do my very best to grab as many questions as I can to get your answers. For now, let's see what comes out when we ask. Was Nancy removed from her home? We already have caregiver, you guys. Remember how often this has come out in Nancy's case? Was she removed from her home for her own protection? We have caregiver. Is she with an actual caregiver? Wheelchair makes sense, right? If she's not steady on her feet, it answers a lot of questions for me. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I have an aura about me that is lovely. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Brandy. Martine, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, and it keeps your faith going. I love you. Thank you. Okay, you guys, so this is what we have, caregiver. Let's continue to build onto this and get the whole story out here. Was Nancy removed, extracted for her own safety? Or at least believes that. We have drugs and poison. We have crime of passion. And we have missing, right? So it looks to me, and don't think of it as poison. I think the drugs, she didn't have her medication before she left. The 10 o'clock meds were still on the counter, allegedly. I believe that this caregiver would be giving Nancy her medication. So I don't have any medication card. All I have is drugs, right? But if you look, these are actually pill bottles and tablets. And it almost looks like the porch, right? If there were blood splattered here, it would be really weird. And then we have crime of passion. So it would be a crime if they faked this kidnapping. Absolutely. There would be crime in this. Extortion crime, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV. It would be a crime of passion, not this way, but because they're trying to protect the mother. And so their story would be missing, right? Let's say everybody, she's missing. That way, the bad guy thinks she already took her, whatever. But look at this letter, right? We have to make it look real. Well, we all know that the letters went to TMZ about her missing. Let's move this up on the top tier. Joe says your theory is the best, as Nancy would have been alive and safe. I believe I heard family in Australia, allegedly. Savannah was born in Australia. She's going to be working in the UK. Let's take this deck, the Truth Oracle. Show me this caregiver. What does this mean by caregiver? Was Nancy taken out of her home and extracted for her own safety? I knew the story was coming. So we have pet, dog, cat, animal is falling right here, so we'll leave it there. We have addiction, drug. Look at this. We're asking about this caregiver, drug, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments, addiction. That could be ego too, addicted to ego. But I find that interesting. We have caregiver, we have drugs and poison, and we have drug. So it could be meaning medication, right? We have miracle. Wouldn't that be a miracle to find out Nancy's alive? Dreams come true and you get what you want. You know, when you think about miracle, wouldn't that be a miracle if the whole goal was to get Nancy to safety, to get those ratings up for Savannah and make it so that NBC could not fire Savannah because she is the daughter of America's mom, as well as maybe pull the distractions away from depositions with the Clintons. So we have miracle, and it's saying dream come true. With this pet card, Nancy did have a dog. I don't even know how much of that is true. Maybe her dog didn't even die. Maybe her dog was relocated earlier. Look at this. Crime of passion, miss you, miss, wait, and eager. So there is a distance between Nancy and the family. She could be already in a placement. It says miss, wait, and eager. We have missing, and in that card we have uninvited guest, surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. When I see this, I want to know more about this uninvited guest with the word missing. This is where I want to know more on, big time. Let me just look at this person. We have a deck that is the people deck, the character oracle. I want to understand who this uninvited guest was. Show me a clue about this uninvited guest, and thank you. Show me this uninvited guest and missing. Bartender, master of libations, small talker, elevator, alleviator. Alleviator. Bartender, uninvited guest. It makes me think of Derek Kalila. Bartender. Somebody that listens to your story. Uninvited guest. The club. Oh, that was the cat on the piano. I'm like, where did that sound come? Okay, I'm picking up club. Bartender, club. Well, think about Annie and Tommaso always, being together, and then think about Tommaso at Club Congress, right? DJ Mojito being the Club Congress residential DJ. Let me understand this caregiver and all these pills. Why this caregiver and drugs? Driver, navigator of journeys, steering, safe passage, and welcome. Do you notice the safe passage? The words safe passage. Right there. So the driver took Nancy to a place of safe passage and a welcome place. Why do we have miracle? We have soldier. Then I'm thinking of the driver. I'm thinking of miracle. And I'm feeling soldier. Could this be Cameron? Guardian of the nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. Was he protecting his mom from what he believed to be a real death threat? And could he have been the driver? He does have a condo in Tucson, not that far from Nancy's, allegedly, according to Daphne's files. Crime of passion, missing you. Captain, navigate your destiny, voyage, leadership, decision-making, and objective. Captain. Well, That's the one that steers this. The captain of the ship is the one that guides this entire navigation through this. So we have miss you and crime of passion. We have soldier, captain, and driver. That makes sense. Captain as in military, maybe? Show me this missing uninvited guest and the bartender. Oh, I've already done that. The bartender's the answer. All right, let's get over. Let's get into the tarot. Show me, was Nancy taken or extracted from her home? Well, let's just say extracted. Maybe it wasn't from her home. Was Nancy extracted for her own safety? Show me caregiver, drugs, and the driver. We have the knight. So this driver was at night. They may have been a soldier. They could be a captain in the military. We've got the moon. The moon is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have 2 dogs in the fight, right? I don't know why I said fight. We have 2 dogs in the fight. We have this lobster coming up out of the water to the trail. The trail leads off into the distance. What it makes me feel when I see this is replaying Savannah saying, we had to go through hold hands in the middle of the night and go through the desert. That was weird. Something hidden here with this driver, with the drugs, with the caregiver. What is that hidden? Archangel Michael, temperance, something wasn't mixing well. Something did not mix well. And let's see what this is. Ace of Swords. That's clarity. So we have Archangel Michael, Sagittarius energy, fire. And we have the Ace of Swords, clarity, air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. With the moon. So this is not being clear. This is something that's not clear. Then the angel steps in and brings clarity. This is hidden. This is not. This is revealed. Perhaps the truth is being revealed through this theory. Show me this soldier. What about this soldier? King of Cups, this deep feeler. Somebody that is very regal. That is, just like it says, loyal, honest, has integrity. Deep feeler, looks calm, cool, and collected on the outside. This King of Cups is making an offer. So, interesting. Let me understand this crime of passion, missing you, and the captain. Divine timing. And the okay, so this is the 7 of Cups, which means confusion. This person doesn't know which cup to drink from. There's something different in every single cup. He has too many options. It's confusing. And with that came out the confusion and the planting. So this guy on the 7 of Pentacles, he plants the seeds, planted, staged. He stages where it's going to be. He nurtures this money tree. But it didn't come to full fruition. Only 1 coin came off. So it's not harvesting what he expected. But this is staged, this is planted, and this is confusion. So this is almost saying that the seeds of confusion were planted and staged. Purposely. Like to plant the seed that she's missing. Show me this missing and uninvited guest. I believe that is the illusion. We have this hangman. As you can see, this is Pisces energy. This person has hung themselves upside down to get a new perspective. Their crown chakra is lit up because they understand the truth. They see the new perspective. They're looking at it from a different angle. So when we look at uninvited guests and missing, this is saying get a new perspective. So now We're ready. Show me this new perspective of what happened with Nancy. So the new perspective is that something was ended. There was betrayal going on, and this was ended. The new perspective is that this is 10 swords in the back. This is betrayal. So when I say what happened to Nancy, why am I getting 10 swords? Page and a cup, a stinky offer. Something's wrong with this. So this confusion and this planting that she's missing has to come to an end, because this is saying get the real perspective. They are trying to make this done and over with, but there is betrayal here. This was a stinky idea. Page of Cups. Who's going to want that fish in that cup? Nobody. Was Nancy relocated to a care facility? The Fool, a new beginning. That's what that means, a new beginning completely. And packing light. You don't see this guy packing up suitcases or grabbing their purse or anything. They literally pack light and they get a whole new beginning. They have to take a leap of faith to do it, but they get a whole new beginning. And this coming out with this hangman tells me that it's very likely Nancy got a new beginning. I'm asking, was she relocated to a new care facility? We have the Fool. And she could have her dog there too, who knows? And then we have the secrecy, right? It's in secret, new beginning. The High Priestess. This is the one that knows all the answers, that doesn't say anything. She has the Torah. She knows the answers. The High Priestess has the full knowledge. Okay. Did the family allegedly, remember everything's alleged, did the family actually do this believing that Nancy's life was in danger? Yes. But it's also a wish come true. 9 of Cups. And this again is the bartender. That's also abundance. So the family was made to believe that Nancy was in danger. Who made them believe that Nancy was in danger? Burdens. Someone that was consumed with too many burdens. They had a lot of burdens on their plate. 10 of Wands. And they were at their last bit. They can't take another stick. But the truth is, Nancy wasn't in danger. They wanted their burdens put down. And so this is the liar, the cheater, the deceiver. This guy went and stole all these swords while all the army was sleeping so that they would be defenseless when they were attacked in the morning. This is the liar, the deceiver, the cheater. And the real reason, and that's the new perspective, is that they really wanted to get a new beginning for themselves, for Nancy. This was putting their burdens down, which meant that they regained all their abundance. Is Nancy alive and well now? King of Pentacles, long-term sustained. King of Pentacles is mundane. This is doing the same thing every day, very comfortable life, long-term success. And that would tell me that Nancy is alive. The Lovers. There's some choice that's going to be coming up. Will the truth be revealed about Nancy Guthrie? Yes, the truth will eventually come out. There's a decision between lovers, a choice between two. What is this about? Why the lovers? Interesting, we got the lovers with this, and I always get the couple card, remember? And it's right on top of the King of Pentacles. This is the scrubber in my book, but I could be wrong. So that would be Savannah and the King of Pentacles, the scrubber, allegedly. Strength card, flexing. Flexing. Showing their strength. Is Nancy in Australia? Card just came out and hit the floor. Let's see what it is. I got the Empress card. That's interesting. That's generally a yes. Abundance. Now, Nancy did live in Australia. She gave birth to Savannah there, and she has a lot of friends and family there. I don't know if they'd be in the know. Show me if Nancy is in Australia, please. And then I get the Ten of Pentacles, y'all. That's a strong yes. That is legacy. That is the whole family. We've got the kids. We've got the adults. We have the grandma. We have the dogs. We have the finances, the money, the house, legacy. This is legacy. Any other clues that would help us at this time understand the Nancy Guthrie case before we turn it over to all of our beautiful private eyes? The World card. The family wants this shut down. This is the last major arcana. It is closing down a cycle and shutting it in the past forever. You then start fresh with the Fool card. So there are 22 major arcanas. The Fool is 0. The Magician is 1. As you get through the deck, you get to 21. That's the World card. This is international. This is international. This is traveling the world. It's making it all the way full circle. We have holding back, suppressing, mother-daughter. They're lying. In my opinion, the family is lying. This is your past. You've known this person since they were a child, and we have holding back. Judgment, I'm right, according to the cards. This conflict, this tower moment with the Queen of Pentacles, Nancy, is now new. Page of Pentacles, a messenger coming through saying, aha, we have this great idea. Let's move you. Six of Swords, to calmer ground. Yes, it's betrayal. They betrayed her. They may have lied to her and said, there's somebody very bad, a demonic entity that's sending us DT, death threats. We got to get you out of here, Mom. That's the message coming through. And it's almost as if law is saying, yeah, you got to get out of here, lady. You got to walk away from this place. You got to give it all up. Law. So she's like, oh no, what am I going to do? I got to leave my bed. But it's really all about Savannah, allegedly, being in her head about the lack of stardom. It's a lack of being the star of the show, the star. So she grabbed the tools of her ability, the magician, the illusionist. She says, aha, I have this brilliant idea. Money for kidnapping. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get that brand new start with the Today Show. They won't be able to fire me. This is a brilliant idea. It can all be based in my hometown, Tucson, where I grew up. Hermit, Virgo energy. Page of Swords. We'll have tons of witnesses that we'll even have to contact TMZ, all alleged, because we're stuck. We can't move. Knight of Pentacles. But we've got this moment. Four of Wands. We have Five of Cups. Protect. They're regretting that they have to protect how far they've come, but they've got the blueprint. They're going to use law to cut this out and gain victory. So we'll make a regal offer to law. A regal offer to law. Somebody with power, Queen of Wands, defending how far they've come, is going to rush in and make a payment, a payout. Remember, we're talking about law, allegedly. That's going to bring happiness to everybody, right? And we have somebody not so cool. This is somebody impatient. This is somebody that is charismatic, that does it their way. This is all ego. This King of Wands may actually be nanos. We have, this energy of back on your feet, being independent again, feeling strong, and ignoring the past, overlooking it. Four of Cups. Because the past was, the ratings were down. So I need to take a self-cup of love, which means I'm going to have to fight for my job. Wheel of Fortune. We're going to play a game from the past. We're going to play a kidnapping game, but this time, this is going to be the finality. We're going to make it look like Mom passed away. That there's a bad guy, a Knight of Wands, that's going to race in and do some harm to her with a stick. That's our plan. But, see this World card, Truth Train coming through? We're really going to move you over to a new place. And so this scorpionic energy of transformation, which is the Death card, is communicated. They celebrate. They get her there, travel on this road to win. But they know, the seer always knows, that there was really a decision and a plan and a pact, an oath, that was really all about work. Could that be Savannah's job? There you go, lovelies. I walked the deck. Interesting reading. Now take it with a grain of salt. Choose to feel how you feel. I'm not here to convince you. I'm sharing what the cards are to me and how I interpret them. You might see it completely different. And that's absolutely fine too. But what we are going to do is we're going to go over and let you guys ask the questions on this next live, which is one of my very favorite parts, and I'll tell you why. Because you guys ask the very best questions. You're far better at asking the questions than I am. We get a lot clearer answers. But I will tell you, make sure when you go over to ask your questions, you keep them simple and clean. In other words, clear. Don't ask a long question where you've got compound, if this happened and that happened, would this happen then too? And is that why this happened? No. Start breaking it down with simple questions. Ask as many questions as you personally would like, but keep it simple, my lovelies. I'm coming up to top side. I appreciate you guys so very much. How you guys doing? How we doing on time? I'm a little over. Aristocrats says the Dark Forest Church to quit her investigation journalist career on her NBC Today show and to begin a new game show on NBC. I don't know. Maybe she'll still be on ABC or on NBC. I don't know. Like the Tulsa Gabbard, who was forced to quit her job? Not sure. Hi, Kristen. I just came in from pulling ivy and retrieving logs in the wooded area near my house. Nice surprise to see this live. Well, thank you for joining us. Yeah, Nanette. Very interesting read. Very interesting read. Thank you. You're doing good. Hi, Jan Funk. All right, my lovelies. With that being said, that's what I have for you on this read. Now, are you ready to do the time warp with me, where we're going to jump over and hand all the questions over to you guys. We will start with our members, and then we will open it up to all the subscribers as well. That works so wonderful because it gives the members who are continuing to, thank gosh, and I am so humbled by your support. Thank you. I appreciate your support. We give the members the chance to get their questions answered first, and then we hand it over to our lovely family subscribers. All right, you guys, with that, I love you to the moon and back. I'll see you again soon.
The dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemy